moonlight, I seek salvation. I cry out for redemption. Holy love, save my soul. Give me something more to hold. Be the one I love. Let me hold you till heavens fall and the stars burn to dark. Remind me what it means to live. Would you please, please forgive all this aching from my heart? It bleeds right out, and from the start, I've sought trust and faith I've lost, but I could never pay the cost. There's far too much that should be said, and I lie awake in an empty bed. All right, that is
nice.
That's
nice.
That is Under Scarlet Moonlight there. Let's see what we got going on.
Very romantic.
There we are.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, very
All
deep
right.
and romantic.
Well, we are here tonight at the Niche Wine Lounge. I'm Maverick. This is Darcy. We got Jim here.
Hello.
You know the deal. If you're here, you probably already know all of that. But if not, welcome out here for the first time. So you can check out the website, MaverickRoseMusic.com. Got copies of the book there, also available on Amazon. So if you like that poetry, if that's your thing, then go ahead and check that out for us. We got Johnny G over here on the couch.
Johnny G in the house.
What's up, Johnny?
He's on his phone.
Am I on?
He is on his phone. That's typical.
I'm on my phone, yeah.
So Johnny is a fantastic local artist here. We do like to feature local artists when we can. And Johnny plays all around. He's played with Gemini.
Drink up.
And if you
drink
are
up.
playing at home for the first time, anytime you hear Gemini, you can go ahead and take a drink. So it doesn't matter if it's beer, water, whatever your pleasure is, soda, tea, whatever. But that is our drinking game that we've got going
You know
there.
what my
so.
zodiac sign is?
He's backing up.
That's right.
I am, in fact,
Are you?
a Gemini.
Oh, there it is. All right. So
And that's
it's gonna
5
be,
shots in a row.
That is 5 in a row. So we're going to keep things rolling.
No, that one wasn't right because he was saying it with a G.
Oh.
Take that drink back.
Take it back, take it back,
see.
take it
So
back.
Take it back.
Spit it
All right.
out.
And we got Marty. Marty's in the house tonight from Rescue Wood Rehab. They are our sponsor out here. So we'll go ahead and get Marty up on. He's got some announcements for us. How's it going, Marty?
Hey, everybody. Hey, Maverick. How are you
Hey,
tonight?
congratulations. Let me say first off, congratulations. I heard you guys won your golf tournament today.
Yeah,
so. Sort of.
We
Yeah.
won the golf tournament. It's posted out there on Facebook. We won the golf tournament.
That's right.
And Rescue Wood Rehab is proud to sponsor the Maverick Rose Music Hour. And we are proud to say that we came in third-ish.
Third-ish.
In
All right.
third-ish in the golf tournament.
Okay.
But if you look at Facebook, we did win because we
give you a round of
borrowed
applause on that one.
We borrowed the check and wrote in our own name. Yeah.
And I was a little upset that he didn't call me before he posted on Facebook that he won.
Hey,
I believed it.
Really quick,
I believed
our executive producer out there is Jake. He goes by the name of Zinbad, and he just said Gemini. All right, so we are
right.
Mondays are the
Okay,
new
be right
Friday.
back.
It feels like. He also says congrats, Marty, for coming
being
in,
a liar.
for coming in third-ish. Yeah.
Oh, well, that,
Good.
yeah.
Now, what is this?
Oh, my.
So Andy has the drink of the week, and the drink of the week is named
The Pinball Highball.
Pinball Highball.
Because our album of the week is Tommy by The Who, which was chosen by Jim. And so the Pinball Wizard, of course.
And,
so
and
that's
this
the Pinball
is,
Highball.
This is bourbon and vanilla,
Okay.
right? Vanilla and a little bit of ginger ale.
Nice. Okay.
So, and we'll give that a little.
Yeah,
taste.
let's see. What are you thinking about that?
See our official taster.
He is.
I love you, Andy.
Oh, look at that.
He never misses.
Perfection.
Well
he doesn't miss.
Well
He
done.
has not missed
you
yet.
cannot miss on this one.
Can't
That's
miss.
a pretty
Definitely.
drink, too.
That's good.
So sorry to miss you today, but
Yeah.
thank you, Maverick, for continuing to support Rescue Wood Rehab. We'll
Absolutely,
continue to
man.
support you, my friend.
So, quick question for you. You've got another beer and boards event coming up?
Yeah, we got a
or
wine,
you
beer,
already
and-
sold out?
Wine? No, not sold out quite yet. So we got a wine, beer, and boards event here at Niche Wine Lounge on the 21st of April.
Okay.
An opportunity for people to make their own epoxy board.
Yeah.
And really looking forward to that. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Excellent.
another
So
fun
they
night.
can go rwrnc.com,
Yes,
which
you
I've got
can
on the
look
screen
it up
right
on,
now. And go check
Rescue
it out.
Wood Rehab.
Is that up on the Niche website as well?
It's not on.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh, it
We'll
should
get it
be.
up on the
We'll
Niche
get it
website
there.
as well.
We'll get it there.
Of course.
But no, it's definitely out there on Rescue Wood Rehab and in our Facebook page or our Instagram
Excellent.
page.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that good
While
stuff.
you're there, go ahead and toss some likes. Now, I see you got that pin on. What is that? It's got the
So,
same
oh,
logo
this-
as the...
this pin right here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Lou, you want to bring it in?
Yeah, go ahead. Right there on the camera. It's
Show
looking
your
good.
chest. Show your
That's
chest.
it, right there. So that is one of the Maverick Rose Music Hour pins, and those are available to our founding Patreon members. So the first 40 people that sign up for Patreon.
Absolutely, and we've got some great Patreons in
We
the house
do
tonight.
want to thank and
one had to leave.
One had to leave early, but yeah, we do want to
to
thank all of our Patreon supporters. So you just go to patreon.com/ the Maverick Rose Music Hour, and you can sign up.
And what do you get when you're a Patreon?
So
I'll tell you, that's the important
You
thing.
get a week early access, which one of the things that we talked about is Jim said, so we have to come in and record this thing a week early. No, after tonight, when it's no longer live, the replay is not available until a week later unless you are a Patreon. But if you get Patreon, you get that. At the next tier up, you get all kinds of behind-the-scenes footage. We take pictures. We do videos. Some of the live performances. We do a live performance for an hour after the show every week. And so anybody who's here in person gets to see that. But if you are not a Patreon subscriber, you will not get access to that online. So the way to get that is to sign up there.
Yeah,
and then we
absolutely.
still have our sponsor slots available as well for the Diamond tier.
Absolutely.
And
be a sponsor of the Maverick Rose Music Hour. Don't be too big of a sponsor. Rehab wants to keep doing that. But
Do all
nonetheless,
sponsors get to taste the drink?
If a
If they are
sponsor
here-
comes
if
in,
they are
I will
here
give,
in
I'll
person,
give them a
that's right.
taste.
That's
yeah,
right.
absolutely.
Yep.
And I think one of the coolest things is what you do after the show.
Yeah.
And if you are local to Niche Wine Lounge
Yes,
in Holly
please
Springs
come
area,
out.
come to Niche Wine Lounge. Half price wine on Monday and music 6 nights a week.
That's
so
right. That's
how
right.
do you beat that?
There's always something fun going on here at Niche. It's like Cheers. Everybody knows your name kind of a thing. So we are a family
But
out
more
here.
fun.
More fun. It's even more fun.
And
That's
we
right.
have a house dog.
And
That's
we
right.
have
Oh,
Bud.
look, it's Bud the shop dog in the shot right here. Hey, Bud, what's going on, buddy?
But the
You know,
shop
and-
So
dog.
that's Bud.
And I need to step out because Bud
Yeah,
needs to
you guys are
going
to go for a walk, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
He is
Well, thank you so
begging.
much,
He is
Marty. We
begging.
will
My
check
friends.
in with you a little bit later. Thank you, my friend. All right, so we'll keep things moving right along here. So I think that it is time that we discuss Misheard lyrics.
Did you want to do this? The Misheard lyrics? You weren't real excited about it, were you?
Oh,
Jim always hears the
No,
lyrics.
I
I wasn't
exactly as
excited
they
about
are.
much last week. Was
That's
I?
right.
No.
That's
Are you better today?
No, because I'm missing the final four.
That's right. That's right.
girls- the ladies
wants to
are
be
playing
watching
tonight.
the ladies.
What time do they play?
Ladies basketball.
7 right now.
Yeah, so they're on
Oh.
right
Then
now.
there's
So
then
we're,
there's a later game.
Which game was more important to you?
Both.
Somebody's probably got it pulled up here.
that's right.
We'll
This
catch
is
them.
next week, though, right? So we already know the winner and loser.
That's right.
That's right. Because
Oh,
we film
that's- unless
we
you're
film
watching
a
it
week
live.
early. See, Johnny knows we film a week early.
Unless
so
you're watching it live.
You're
get
freaking
tomorrow's
me
news
out,
today.
Man.
Now he's in a time warp again.
So let's see this. What Johnny? What's your most when you think of a misheard lyric? What's a song that you were singing wrong for a long time?
The first one that came to mind, and my wife gets credit for kind of reminding me of this, was ELO's "Don't Let Me Down."
Yeah.
Gruce,
Yeah.
not
Oh,
Bruce.
that's-
Bruce.
What is it? I don't
It's
know.
Gruce, and I looked it up because it's like a placeholder.
Yeah.
He just kind of said something,
Oh.
and I think it might be German, but there was some debate on that. But I always thought he said Bruce.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
that too. I
Yeah.
didn't know why.
It's
Interesting.
Groos.
But I don't know why they say that either.
Yeah.
I don't
Bruce
think
or
they do
Well,
either.
it's like
so, yeah.
Susudio, right? Like Susudio is one of those made-up placeholder words. What about you, Darcy? What do you got?
The one that really came to my mind, which I think is probably the number one that most people think of, is "Blinded by the Light."
Yeah.
Do you guys remember?
Well, there's like a million. Blinded by the light, revved up like a deuce, another runner in the
deuce?
night.
That's the real word.
You're right.
And the
We're
ones
getting
everybody
copyright hit right now. They're going to go ahead into the video. And
Are
it's
we
like,
off the air? Are we done?
Yeah, we just got demonetized.
So most people think it's wrapped up like a douche when you're rolling in the night.
Yes, I have heard people sing it that way.
So
Yeah.
either way, it's like Bruce trying to be Dylan and really stinking at it. That whole song really bites it.
Why is he trying to be Dylan?
I don't know. And it was his first album, you know. He's just stringing words together.
And he didn't even make it a
You
hit.
know the words, right?
yeah.
They really stink, right?
Yeah, yeah. Madman bummers, bummies in the summer, the teenage diplomat. We really are going to get demonetized for copyright,
Right.
but
Yeah.
anyway.
It ain't hard to string crap words together, I'm just saying.
I bet I could do that.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
tried last week and it was pretty hard. We tried to do those nonsense lyrics, and that is not my forte. I can tell you that.
No, but you guys can do it so well. You really can. All right.
Yeah. I
Which
can't.
one is this one? Excuse me while I kiss this guy.
Hendrix,
Yeah.
Purple Haze.
That's right. Rock the cat box.
Rock the
Sharif
cat
don't like
box.
it, man. Rock the Casbah.
That's
All
right.
right.
Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza.
Yeah, that's a good one. Elton John.
Although I think people just do that as a joke. But,
Yeah.
this is a big one. There's a bathroom on the right.
There was that was Saturday night. We
Yeah,
did that song.
we did.
And
And there was the ladies' room was on the right.
Was on
but
the right.
men's
For
room
us.
was on
Were you
the
singing
left.
it? Were you
stage-
singing There's a bathroom
Well,
on the
he
right?
was. He started the
No,
he started
I-
the song that way.
Well, that's CCR.
That's
yeah,
right.
That's a big one. I don't know this one. Like a cheese stick? It's supposed to be like a G6, Far East Movement.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that one. Take Me Down to a Very Nice City.
Sure, Paradise City. Yeah,
Yeah.
GNR.
Yeah.
Oh, Jim's got his paper here. What you
What
got? Jim?
No, you keep going. Finish
Yeah, but
up.
you actually wrote notes. I just looked at
No,
my
this
phone.
is I'm doing something different.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of Tiny Dancer, that movie Almost Famous, where that big rock band's
Yeah, I love that. I
riding in
love
the
that
bus,
movie.
singing that. No self-respecting rock band is gonna ride in a bus singing Tiny Dancer, not without making up their own lyrics. So go ahead,
I didn't see that movie.
don't bother.
Don't Go Jason Waterfalls. And
We built this city on sausage rolls. Sparrow says for Starship.
that's a
out
good
there.
one.
Yep.
That's a good one. I don't know this one either. I know Bubbles When You Are Not Here. I blow bubbles when you are not here.
Mm.
Do you know what that is?
I don't.
Macy Gray. I
Macy
try.
Gray,
Oh.
yeah.
It's supposed to be My World Crumbles When You Are Not Near.
Yeah.
So there's a whole bunch, but there's some other ones that I didn't find, but I can't remember what they are. But there's. Do you have some?
I as a kid, there were songs I sang wrong, and I don't remember any of them.
Yeah.
But what I did was I'm taking my misheard lyric and tying it together with my burn.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh snap! Hold up.
Look, he's
We're
into
gonna go
it
ahead.
this week.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw it up there.
I like it. I like
There's
it.
our sick burn on the
I like
screen
it.
right now.
Well,
so
it's not.
Sick
it's-
Burns is out there.
It's not officially correct on both cases, but what always bugged me was Joan Baez singing "Night They Drove Old Dixie Down"
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
wrong lyrics.
Uh huh.
She said, "Well, I was just singing what I thought they were saying.
Uh-huh.
You know? Couldn't take the time, and she did it with that horrendous lilting melody and
Right.
the vibrato.
Yeah.
So I hated that song so much, and I resent you guys for dredging this all back up.
That's why you didn't want to do this. Oh.
She
So there's your
sings.
sick burn right there.
Virgil Kane.
That was
is,
to us.
Virgil Kane is my name, and I drove on the Danville train till so much cavalry came and tore up the tracks again. Levon Helm sings, Virgil Kane is the name, and I served on the Danville train till Stoneman's cavalry came, an actual soldier, and tore up the tracks again.
Okay.
Huh.
Then she sings, I took the train to Richmond that fell. It's a time I remember oh so well. The real lyric is, by May the 10th, Richmond had fell. It's a time I remember oh so well.
Those are big differences.
So this goes from being a history lesson to just some made up like.
So
those are big differences.
after, and check out the last waltz for a great live version of that song, but
That is a
Levon Helm
great
refused to
concert
do the
video.
song. They never played it in their latter years because he hated that Joan Baez version, which was all over the radio.
And really quick, if you have not seen The Last Waltz, I will tell you that critically and objectively, better than the Eras Tour.
The what tour?
The Eras Tour.
Taylor Swift, baby.
Oh.
You know we can't go through a whole show without saying, I got to get some kind of graphic up for
I
Taylor.
know,
Every
have
time we
we-
mention Taylor Swift, that's
Have
the
we
deal.
ever not mentioned her?
No, Taylor comes up every show.
And she really doesn't care about us.
We
No, she
shouldn't.
doesn't.
Don't give her the satisfaction.
She's got enough airtime. We want ours.
All right. So that's my combined
So that is Jim's
burn and lyric.
combined mismatched lyrics and
Do you have any? I know that.
Yeah, so most all Pearl Jam.
yeah, right.
I mean, every lyric, every song is pretty much misheard. One that always drove me crazy was Beck's Loser.
Yeah.
He says in Spanish, soy un perdedor.
Yeah. Sour
every-
antidote, like
Everyone says, so
Makes up
open the
different-
door
yeah.
or something like that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
those are, Pearl Jam was one I was like, there's one song, there's
Right. Nobody knows what he's saying.
yeah. Even Flow is kind of gets
Yeah.
the most,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know what he's saying.
Right,
but,
right.
Yeah. No, but those, I mean, yeah. 90s, come on.
Yeah.
All 90s.
That's true.
Because you couldn't understand them.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, Andy. What's up, man? Say hey to everybody since you're right there by the Andy cam.
Say hey.
Oh, there he is. That's Andy. That's our bartender. So, he's looking out for us every
It's
week.
our master cocktail maker.
He is. He
Yes,
is so good with it.
He is.
So, what about Big Old Jet in the lineup? Don't carry me too far away.
That's a good one.
Yeah, a little Steve Miller for you there.
See, I can't sing them like you do, so,
That's okay. I'm
I'm
making
just,
sure
like,
that this
reading them.
episode will never get monetized. So please support us through patreon.com
Please, please.
the Maverick Rose Music Hour.
Absolutely.
Because we'll be getting no money
you get
from
a fun
YouTube.
button.
That's right.
Even Jim is wearing the button. If you can get Jim to wear a button.
Steve Miller, he's another Agrabah. as
Why
far as
did
I'm
you guys
concerned.
not tell me it was Black Shirt Night?
That's close enough.
That's close.
Seriously.
I like when they can't figure out lyrics, so they make up dopey lyrics to a song. Like the one we sing. What's
Which one? We do a lot of them.
You make up a lot of
the
lyrics.
Joker?
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean, what's that one where he
Pompatus.
makes
The
stuff like that.
Pompatus of love.
What is
You know,
it?
people think it's charming. I
he made
find
that
it
word up.
aggravating.
Is another made-up word?
It's a made-up word
Okay.
that he put in as a filler. So, yeah, that's true. Steve Miller doing his thing.
But I think songs sometimes get more popular by being misheard.
Sure.
People
Yeah.
talk about it or sing it, and it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
It's fun.
people enjoy that kind of idiocy.
That's right.
Yes, they do.
Where are
The
we?
court jesters. The court jesters.
There you go.
All right. Let me think. Is there anything else? Any other misheard lyrics?
I know there's more.
I'm
but-
sure there's a bunch.
If you
people
got any,
send
toss them in the comments down
Yeah,
there.
oh,
We're,
please,
We're all
yes.
ears. So
Or call in to
there's
Jim's
something
phone.
that's right. Call Jim's phone.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's got it. It's in the New Hampshire phone book. So you can-
And keep us apprised on the score of the Iowa game.
that's right. If anybody wants to toss the
Is
the
UConn
game
the one
scores up
afterwards?
for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're late. I might
job.
be able to see some of that.
I think you will be.
All right.
All right, so we are moving on to the 1960s. So last week you had us talk about the 1980s. I think it's time for you to talk about the 1960s.
Well,
What
that was
makes
like
the 60s?
2 weeks ago.
It was 2
Yeah,
weeks
yeah.
ago.
No, I was just curious because we mentioned 60.
Oh.
All right, we got Andy
He's back
shaking-
there. He's back there.
Shaking and
That's right.
stirring.
I don't know if that was like to add
We've had
sound
so
effects.
we've had so many Geminis that people have already finished their drinks, and so he's making more pinball highballs back there.
So this is another subject I didn't particularly care for because it's like Godzilla against an ant to me. It's the 60s, you know?
What, you mean the 60s compared to the 80s?
To any era.
Ah, well, you're loyal.
I'm not. Oh, it's one of those things you can argue for when you were born and this and that, but to me it's like
There are three
I don't even
columns
wanna
of
argue
handwritten
about
notes
it.
on there.
He's got it.
I'm not going to wax any elephants. Let me just name a couple artists.
So wait, this is a list
This
of
is
artists.
60s. Roy Orbison, Gene Pitney, Leslie Gore, Dusty Springfield, Beach Boys, Four Seasons, Four Tops, Temptation, Smokey Robinson, Sam Cooke, James Brown, Supreme, Shangri-La's, Ronettes, Sly and the Family Stone, Janis Joplin, Otis Redding, The Drifters, Aretha, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, The Marvelettes, The Isley Brothers, Jimmy Ruffin, Martha and the Vandellas, Gladys Knight and the Pips. Now let's go in the folky category.
Are these in any particular order?
Yeah. Bob Dylan, Simon and Garfunkel, Birds, Buffalo
Simon
Springfield,
Garfunkel.
Jefferson Airplane, Grateful Dead, The Doors, Jimi Hendrix, Monkees, Frank Zappa, Mamas and the Papas, Righteous Brothers, Rascals, Loving Spoonful, Turtles, Tommy James, Sonny and Cher, Paul Revere and the Raiders, Steppenwolf, Johnny Rivers, Van Morrison, Joni Mitchell, Judy Collins, Neil Diamond, Carole King. Jimmy Buffett just missed it by 1 year. So.
Oh, thank you.
And that's without the English people. I have another list.
Another list of the invaders.
That I'm not going to read. The Stones, The Who, The Kinks, Procol Harum, Animals, Yardbirds, Holly, Searchers, Cream, DC5, Moody Blues, Peter and Gordon, Chad and Jeremy, Donovan, Herman Herman, Zombies, Traffic. There were the one-hit wonders. There's more in the 60s than any other era. There were the Nuggets,
wanted to
Psychedelic
bring that up.
and Garage Rock. You can get that whole CD. It's like 8 CDs worth. And then the holdovers from the 60s, Sinatra, Elvis, Bobby Darin, Everly Brothers, Buddy Holly, Chuck Berry, Little Richard, then the Undergrounders like the Velvet Underground, Moby Grape, MC5, the Stooges, and 1969 started a lot of careers, such as Creedence, 3 albums, Led Zeppelin, 2 albums, King Crimson, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Sabbath, Cooper, the band, Elton John, David Bowie, Chicago. And I have another list that I'm not going to read. So if you want to argue
Yes,
anything,
Marty.
So
I'd rather not. I'd rather move on.
Last week you couldn't get Jim to say 3 words, and this week we couldn't get him to stop. So whatever it is you're doing with the medication, just kind of balance that out. Let's kind of let's find the middle.
He was totally not interested in what we were talking about last week.
Oh yeah.
So-
now he's all in because it's his album.
That's right.
Well, no,
That's
now
right.
he's done. He just said that he's done.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to read my other list. Ready?
Okay.
The Beatles.
No, there it is. There it is.
And that's the
that's all
Maverick
you
Rose
need.
Music
That's all you
Hour.
need.
It's
That's right.
over.
Okay,
That's
so
all you
I'm going to
need.
consult with Johnny here really quick. So, Johnny,
Yes.
I think that there's only one thing that we have to say about this. All right, I'm going to look in the camera. I'll have you look in the camera right here. We're going to go back to it. All right, it's like this. Motley Crue. That's all I need to say, man. Motley Crue. Motley Crue
They
went
were
out in the 60s.
60s?
No, they weren't. That's the whole point.
They were born in the 60s.
They were,
Does that count?
yeah. No, I mean, Eddie Van Halen's not on that list, man. Devil's advocate.
So were you upset last week or 2 weeks ago that we just didn't like name bands?
No. That's not what he's
No.
saying. What he's saying is
It's-
his evidence for saying why the 60s is the greatest of all time is that list.
Yeah.
You could take any 2, 3, 1 of those artists and put them up against any other artist. I think, and that's his point. Juggernaut careers.
Yeah.
There was
I agree.
not
I
a lot
agree.
of bad music in the 60s. The eras that came after that.
You said eras.
I did. Welcome to the Eras Tour. All right. Anyway,
The Taylor version.
the Taylor version. That's right. This is the Maverick Rose
She's
Music
like the
Hour, Taylor's
20s
version.
or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, we're going off the rails on a crazy
We
train
are.
here tonight. All right.
Why is everyone afraid of her? You see all these artists, they kiss her ass. They say, "Oh, she's so good." Billy Joel, "Oh, she's the new Beatles." And who's that country guy who's a good songwriter?
I don't know any country artists that are.
no, no.
Garth
Oh,
Brooks?
stop. Just stop. You know what? We're going to do country one week. We are so doing
my
country
God.
one week.
Johnny,
Oh, yeah.
what's your take on Taylor, real quick?
I mean, I think I'm not in the demographic for her.
Even
so-
Johnny's afraid of the fans. He won't say anything bad about it. He doesn't want the Swifties coming forward.
I
He'll get
like
canceled
her.
real quick.
I-
Okay.
I-
there you go.
I mean, she
do.
writes her own music. I'm going to give her a lot
No,
of
she
props.
doesn't.
Not anymore.
She doesn't?
Not anymore. She used to.
It's all
She did.
co-written.
Yeah, it's all
Okay,
co-written.
well,
Very
yeah.
personal songs are co-written with
That's
some guy with a
that's the
funny
same.
haircut.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had always assumed that. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not here to bag on Taylor. If you're a Swiftie out there, we
No.
love you.
Nobody writes their own
But this
songs
is
nowadays.
the same thing. Got that Taylor money. Okay, Marty. No, it's one of those things that, yeah. Anyway, if you like Taylor, we love you.
I
It's
like
we're
Taylor.
she's an easy target. She's an easy target.
We
Just
should-
like last week when you guys are bagging on Dave, and I'm like, look, I'm not going to bag on Dave. I think Dave is great.
Well, Johnny's
have
a
to.
big Dave
I know.
Matthews
We'll
fan.
get to that when
Yeah,
we start.
and,
We're gonna talk
that's
to
why,
Johnny here. in a
No, I'm
minute
going to
about all
push
that.
back a little
Oh
just
gosh,
because
here we go.
I act like a know-it-all, and certain things I have opinions of that I do know a lot about. But I haven't heard a lot of Dave Matthews, so it's like it's kind of unfair for me
Because you don't
say.
want to hear anymore.
Well, I've heard, I don't like the way he sings with that falsetto that kind of comes in. But I heard him do some bartender song that was pretty good
Yeah.
once.
Bartender, Grace is Gone. That's another good one. Like, there's a lot of their hits oftentimes get
Yeah.
sort of overdone, but like they've got the thing most fans love about them is like their B songs, which there's a couple hundred of. Like, they love them, and they're amazing time signatures and all these things. So, yeah.
See, we could do that sometime where a band I seem to not like, you guys give me like 3 really good
To try to win
songs
you
by 'em.
over.
Let me
See if we
listen
can
and-
give you a reason to change your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Isn't
do a
that what I
change.
do
A
with
change
my
my
albums?
mind. A change my mind. segment.
Kinda.
And I did the opposite last week. I was like, hey, you've never listened to a Police album. Here's one of their worst. All right.
Thank you very much.
it worked well.
So we'll talk a little more about Dave, I'm sure, when we get to the second, because we're gonna talk to Johnny about his career and what inspired him and some of the artists that he likes. So I'm sure we'll get back to that. But the '60s, back to the '60s, it's not that the '60s isn't the best, and I'm not going to sit here and try to attack it, because why would I? All of the artists that I admire either came from the '60s or were inspired by artists from the '60s. So. It's iconic. It's an iconic era. It's the changeover. Everything prior to the 60s was different. Everything after the 60s was inspired by it. And that's something that we've talked about before on this show, and that you and I have talked about
It was
a lot.
like the birth of something.
It was. And I know that from your perspective, you said everything has kind of gotten worse since then. I don't think that that's fair. I think that the 70s offered us a lot, the 80s offered us a lot, and even the 90s. Now, since the year 2000, I don't really see anything, and maybe that's just what happens as you get older. You start to go, this ain't it, chief. I don't know, but
Did you just say that?
I did.
It has
ain't
got worse.
Yeah.
It's fair and it's true. But go ahead.
But I think there's validity to getting older too.
But
It's,
yeah, and I think that now I'm just becoming that age where it's just the new music gets on my nerves.
I just don't even listen to it.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah.
No.
That's fair.
I'm sure there's a lot of great music. I just don't listen to it.
Especially the mid-60s. Well, I mean, back to the Beatles. I mean, you look at
It
someone
always
like,
goes back to the.
well,
Beatles.
it does. Like even Ozzy, who you don't think, well, Black
Ozzy's
Sabbath has got
hardcore,
nothing
yeah,
to do with
Sabbath
the
and
Beatles.
Soul
right?
River, Yeah.
He's from the
Ozzy will
60s,
tell
right?
you when he saw the Beatles on Ed Sullivan,
not.
it's like the world was black and white, and then it was in color all
Yeah.
of a sudden, you know. And that inspired
Well, actually, he
him
would
to
say,
be a
he would say,
musician.
actually, before that with the Beatles, where
When
am
was
I?
he? The 70s, 80? No, 70s.
He started in like '69, I
Yeah.
think.
Did he?
first.
Nice.
He doesn't remember. He doesn't remember. No, I think there's a lot of great music from the 60s.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I think there's still a lot of people singing that great music from the 60s, too.
Yeah.
That's right. It is timeless. It
It
is
really
absolutely
is.
timeless. And I will say that is the one era that's kind of universal. You can play something from the 60s and everybody knows it because they all had parents or grandparents or somebody that was, you grew up with it. Yeah.
Well, you
Especially
can-
Motown. Like
Oh, yeah,
Motown by
Motown.
itself is,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So what about you? Favorite artists from the 60s? Who do you like? Top,
I mean,
top 3, top 5? Like,
You really can't top the Beatles. I really love the Monkees.
yeah.
I know they often get like pushed aside because they were like.
I think they
pretty
used
bad.
to, but I think now, like,
I
they've
think
come into
there's
their own. People look back
yeah.
and they go, no,
Well,
that was they were
there's a
really
lot
That
good.
is not
talented
what I would have
guys.
expected you to say. Wow.
I love the Monkees.
Oh, a lot of
yeah.
good songs.
So,
Yeah.
so
Great
many
songs.
good songwriters, and even the songs that Mike Nesmith and Davy Jones has a song that he wrote. I mean, he's credited as writing.
Yeah.
That I love.
What song is that?
So a song called "Hard to Believe" on Birds and the Bees and the Monkees.
I don't think I know that one.
But I could talk Motown, James Jamerson bass lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
My favorite bass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Paul loved Jamerson. That was a big influence on him.
Yeah. So what about you? Favorite
did.
artists? What about you? Favorite artists? from
I
the
got to look
60s?
at his list.
Did you look at his list?
Let me look at
All
his
right.
list, then I'll get back with you.
Well, we all
'Cause there's a
know.
lot on
I think
here.
everybody out there knows I'm a huge Zeppelin fan, and they did start in the '60s. So I like the Who a lot.
I saw the Zepp and the Who in '69.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Bowie.
The Stones.
Bowie in the early.
Bowie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bowie.
Yeah,
The late.
so-
Yeah,
Even
late.
'67 wasn't his first album.
It was, and his first album was so bad that he quit music and joined a mime school and decided he was going to be a mime. And they were like, "No, you need to go back and cut another album," and he did. But yeah, he had a rough start. That first album was tough. Go back and listen to it, or don't.
Or don't.
Yeah.
I think Motown is a really big one. And I grew up in Detroit originally.
Yeah.
And that was such a big influence. But I'm going to pick two out of here that you guys are going to probably laugh at. But Simon and Garfunkel and Neil
No.
Diamond.
No, I won't
Oh.
laugh at that
I
at
ain't
all.
laughing at
No.
that.
No? I mean, great
No.
songwriting,
Great stuff,
great
yeah.
singing, really just great stories.
Absolutely.
Simon and Garfunkel in my top 10 of all time.
Are they really?
right.
Oh, I did not know
I've
that.
said many times, like, when Jim and I play out, I would love to be the new Simon and Garfunkel.
They're amazing.
You
We don't do anything like that.
gotta
That's not
bush-
what we
bush
sound
that
like at
hair
all.
out a
but
little
yeah,
bit. Get
exactly.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's something about the power of the duo.
They broke up because Garfunkel was getting movie roles. Now, no offense to him, but how does that geekus get movie roles anyway? You know?
Didn't he play like odd individuals?
Yeah, he had like 2 roles in Catch-22 and Carnal Knowledge,
Yeah.
He was never going to be a movie
No.
star, and so
Have they played it all together?
yeah, they did
Did they
something
reunite
after they
kinda?
broke up. The thing in Central Park.
Yes, they
Park,
did
yeah.
Central Park thing, but
That
then
was a
also,
long
but they,
time
well,
ago.
yeah,
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
don't even speak now.
Some tension there
apparently,
during that show.
Apparently, Paul Simon owes Garfunkel $20.
Ah,
he
that'll
does
always
that
do
all
it.
too, Yeah,
This could be a sick burn.
that's just.
Could be I remember the Central Park thing.
Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, why am I so soft in the middle?
What?
Life is so hard. It's a Paul Simon reference.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Call
Chevy Chase.
Call him Al.
Could be my bodyguard,
Just call
yeah.
me. Yep.
Yeah. No, I thought they were great. And Neil Diamond, so my mom and dad loved Neil Diamond,
Mm-hmm.
and they went and saw him. And after my dad passed, Neil Diamond came to where my mom was in Florida, and I got her tickets, and her and my sister and I went. And I couldn't believe all the songs I forgot that he had done. And he put on a great. And now, granted, I was
What's
one of
your
the
favorite
younger
Neil
people
Diamond
there. Probably Longfellow Serenade.
Okay. I like Solitary Man.
I do. I Am. I Said.
That's
live.
a great one
Nice.
too.
Yeah, that's great.
Longfellow Serenade. Don't ask me to sing it.
All right.
You
Sing
get
it.
favorite Neil Diamond?
Favorite? I might have to go with Solitary Man, too.
That's a good one. It's just something. It just touches you down in here.
He's just really, and during COVID, he did some stuff, and
Yeah.
he changed some words up. Anyway, I just
Yeah.
thought he had a great voice, even when I saw him.
Oh, and he's in The Last Waltz and does a great performance of the two songs.
So
he
the
does.
point
Is he really?
is,
Yeah.
you need to go watch The Last Waltz.
I have not seen it. You
Yeah.
guys are
Go
making me
watch
want to
it.
go
Yeah,
see
go
it.
watch The Last
Oh, yeah.
Waltz. Fantastic.
Dylan's in it, Neil
concert
Young's
video.
in it.
Classic.
It's great.
Yeah.
Absolutely classic.
Martin
Speaking of
Scorsese
Neil
filmed
Young,
it.
this is not related
Martin
to anything that
Scorsese
we're talking
filmed it.
about, but I just want to bring out the fact that Neil Young
Martin
is back on
Scorsese.
Spotify. So,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
and Jim and I have been listening to some Neil Young now that he's back on Spotify.
Yep.
Yep.
Jim's on
So-
Spotify?
no, Neil Young.
Oh,
Not
okay.
yet.
Not yet. We'll get there with the
He's
master
not even on
cylinder.
Then you
Facebook.
guys can trash me. Looking
That's
forward
right.
to it.
That's right.
Are we getting trashed?
I'm saying.
No, he's saying like how we're bagging on.
Oh,
different- yeah.
okay. Oh, yeah.
Maybe Jim and I will have a feud at some point, and we'll have sick burns against
Well,
each
that-
other. I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So we have on our guest couch tonight the legendary man with the golden
Johnny
voice,
G.
the second tallest man in rock and roll. I used to introduce him as the tallest man in rock and roll. He informed me that Billy Corgan is actually taller than he is. He had a sleepover at Billy's house, and Billy's mom measured him against the door frame, and Billy is just slightly taller.
How tall are you?
So
I'm 6'2". Billy Corgan, I've heard, is like 6'8" or something.
Yeah,
He's
he's-
just a little bit tall.
just a little
He's
bit
a
taller.
tall
He's just
guy,
a little
yeah.
bit tall.
Now, he could play a monster in movies.
Yeah,
Billy
the
Corgan.
Nosferatu with the
Yeah.
Nosferatu with the yeah. Nosferatu? I don't know what that is. All right. Anyway, so Johnny, where are you
Yes.
from, man?
Originally, Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach.
Nice. All
Lived
right.
in Richmond for quite a long time. A whole bunch of my life and came down here.
Yeah,
But I've lived in Tacoma, lived in Orlando, I've lived in Savannah.
He's been everywhere, man.
Who's your where's your favorite?
Here, probably, yeah.
Even with the pollen?
The pollen makes it tough.
Yeah, yeah.
Get you choked up.
It does get me choked up.
When did you start playing music, man? Like, give us your origin story. Give us a
We
little,
always had a piano. My dad was amazing by ear piano player. He could
Yeah.
do those stride and everything, but he couldn't read music, and so I always respected that and loved that, and took piano lessons. But I didn't really get into playing kind of on my own until 13 or so.
Okay.
Till I was really like, okay, I tried to do drums, but it was too loud, and I still played drums, but
Yeah.
guitar
Yeah.
became a lot easier to do at home.
So, inspiration for you? Like, what are your biggest influences? Artists that you?
Funny enough, the Monkees.
Yeah?
Like watching them, when I was coming up in the 80s, there was like this Monkees resurgence on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
And watching them play, I mean, I kind of even knew then they were kind of like lip syncing a little for the TV show. But watching them play, I was kind of like studying how they were holding the guitar.
Were
and-
they a put together band? Like
Yeah.
they were.
Yeah.
For the show.
The prefab for, yeah.
Right.
The prefab.
They were trying to be the Beatles for TV. They were trying to do Hard Day's Night for TV.
Okay.
And they actually literally did casting calls, and Stephen Stills tried out. I don't know if you want to call it.
Oh,
what
really?
you call it, yeah. And then he was kind of not feeling it, so he told his buddy that they were washing dishes with, Peter Tork, who I think they look alike, but told him, yeah, you should go for this.
That's a
And,
great
yeah,
story.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I love.
And
the
didn't one
Monkees.
of their moms
Mike Nesmith's mom invented
Whiteout?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
What else you want to know about the Monkees?
So yeah. So
Speaking
okay,
of Hard
so,
Day's Night, that's another must-see movie. If you,
It
If you want to
is.
see the charm of the Beatles, it's a Hard Day's Night.
Yes.
There you go.
It's really fun.
Is it good? I think I want to see the last waltz first.
So you,
All right.
so you
Okay.
started with the Monkees. I don't know, top 5 like inspirational bands. Like what made you pick up a guitar, pick up a bass, go to the drum kit, hit the piano? Like,
I think what really made me want to pick up the guitar and like for rock
Yeah.
was Slash playing "Sweet Child of Mine."
yeah,
That I remember the video and he's doing the
Yeah.
weird fingering like on the
That's the
It looked
dumbest
cool,
intro
right?
I ever heard for a song.
what's that?
That intro on Sweet
Isn't it?
Child of Mine. Isn't
Yeah.
it dumb?
I think I had always heard, and I don't know if this is true, that it was meant to be a joke. Like he
That-
was
Right.
trying to like be funny
I
about
get
it,
it.
and it turned into something, and they just started playing along with it. That's what I had heard.
Yeah, that's. I think the story, or at least what they've told in the Guns N' Roses fan groups and stuff, was that he was doing some kind of warm up or practice on the
Yeah.
couch there in the house, and Axl comes out and throws lyrics over top, and he goes, "No, this is." And supposedly Slash hates Sweet Child. Like
Is
that's
that right?
that's his least
Yeah.
favorite because he's like, this was never supposed to be a song.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
but yeah, that's.
how
I'm
they're
sure
born
somebody in the comments
sometimes,
will
though.
correct if that's not, but that's my
Now,
understanding.
I like that. Now I like Slash.
That's the urban. yeah.
As a person,
he's your
not
guy.
as a,
Now he's
not
your
as
guy.
a musician.
I think Slash is easy to like as a person. He's pretty awesome.
He's yeah.
He seems like a
His
pretty cool dude.
Instagram is quite interesting. If you haven't
Yeah.
followed, he's quite an interesting follow.
Good old Slash's snake
Yeah.
pit, man.
That's good to know.
It's not safe for work.
No.
I'll let you know that.
I would expect no less.
Right? Exactly.
So, okay. So, Slash, the Monkees.
I mean, all
We're,
over the
we're
map.
throwing all
because
this stuff.
it-
Yeah,
because
we're throwing
in
all this stuff in the blender right now.
the
Let's see.
MTV world of. Is that me?
Yeah.
I'll try and let me. Is this better?
There, yeah. That mic handling noise.
But the MTV world of music videos.
Sure.
That kind of gave me a lot of music videos. Kind of a trope was like, oh, let's act like we're just happened to show up and play this song, and cameras caught it. That.
So let's talk about that,
That
a
was
little
a lot
bit
of-
because Jim is staunchly anti MTV,
Sure.
Yeah.
and you're a product of MTV. So
I mean,
this
yeah.
makes it for an interesting kind
But
of.
it kind of brought a lot of music to the world, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it opened
Yeah.
it up a lot more than it ever was.
It kind of put a face to a lot of people where you could see some personality and stuff like
Well,
that.
this was people remember out there that this is before the internet.
Yeah.
So you couldn't just go
That's true.
Google your favorite artist.
Right.
You waited until they came on MTV,
No,
and you're
yeah.
like, "Oh, that's what Bon Jovi looks like,
Yep.
or that's what
or
yeah.
what they want us to
Yeah,
see that they look
right,
like. Yeah.
right, exactly. No, exactly. Image.
It was a way they could market that they never could before.
exactly.
Yes.
It helped for
Yeah.
the popularity, but for the quality, it did not.
Yeah.
Depends on the band. I mean, some of it was just an MTV band, right? They were just for videos.
Yeah.
Manufactured kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the ones that made
That's
it,
fair.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there were a lot of good bands that maybe didn't. I always like Tesla, and they don't usually get a lot of. They're just like hard rock,
Yeah.
heavy,
Yeah. For sure.
And then they did the acoustic thing, and that was
Right.
like, oh, that's
Completely.
kind of new at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, doing the unplugged before unplugged.
That's
so,
right.
Yep.
Yep.
So,
Awesome.
I mean, all that.
For sure.
That's
So Johnny's a little annoying because he's good on guitar, he's very good on bass, he's good on drums, and he's good on piano. What's up with that?
I've yet to find anything that Johnny's not good at, and he's a
Yeah.
fantastic
And
singer.
he's got a good
So,
voice.
Yeah, he does.
And he's a nice guy.
And he's a nice guy,
He's
and
a
he's
nice
tall.
guy.
He's handsome. Look at him right there, man. Look at the camera, man. Let him see.
And
it.
you guys,
Yeah,
you
look.
guys told him to
Let's
wear a
go.
black T-shirt. You didn't
Yeah.
tell me.
Yeah.
But okay.
That's right. That's right.
So you guys call matchy match.
So we've done quite a few shows with Johnny. I've done quite a few
Yeah.
shows with Johnny over the years. We go back quite a while now, over a
Yeah.
decade.
we were trying to think of that
Yeah,
a couple weeks
it's
ago.
been it's been at least 10 years. It's probably been
How'd you
longer
guys
than that.
meet? How'd
yeah.
you meet?
Open mic.
Open mic.
Yeah.
Open mic. Yeah.
at a
Yeah.
different
Open,
bar.
open mic brought all the different
Yeah.
people and a lot of
and
really
then like
special.
Steve V, I
Yep.
met open mic, and
Yep.
some people that used to come out all the time but don't, like
Oh,
Dana and
yeah.
Eric and those guys,
It's
Carl,
and it's
yeah.
interesting too to see the number of people that we know that have gone on to have bigger careers. Quite a
Yeah.
few people we know that have gone to Nashville now and
Yeah.
different venues and moved on, or they start gigging and becoming more or less professional musicians, and then they
Yes.
don't come to open mic anymore because they don't
Damn
they
them.
don't have the time. They don't need to.
Yeah.
It does happen. Yeah.
yeah. But it's, I always tell people, if you're trying to get started, open mic's the best place because you get to learn live sound. I mean, it's one thing to play at home,
Right.
but to know how to work a mic and work the room.
Well,
and,
and yeah, talk to the crowd,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
you have that
It's
part
a it's
of
a
it.
it is a great way to build your chops.
yeah,
for sure.
definitely.
So go out to your local open mic. We have one here at Niche Wine Lounge every single Tuesday. So we'll do that tomorrow night, and we'll go from 8 to midnight. So you can go to my website, MaverickRoseMusic.com, click on open mic. You can sign up there and come
Sign
out.
up.
We'll give you 15 minutes, and as long
you
as you
sign
don't
up yet?
drop an F-bomb or do wagon wheel, you can do whatever you like out here. So
Between
yeah, we have a great time.
Wagon Wheel and Taylor Swift, we're just gonna get hate.
That's right. But there's nothing but love in my heart.
Uh-oh. That scared you, didn't it?
That mic is feisty, man. I should have checked it before we got plugged in.
It's because he has the orange one.
So you got any
think
shows
you
coming up,
just
man? What do you
fixed
got? What do you got going?
Yeah, so I'll be here in May,
Yep.
May 17th.
Nice.
At Niche Wine Lounge. So again, we
Niche
do
Wine
we do
Lounge.
live music out here at Niche Wine Lounge 6 nights a week. So every night but Sunday.
And at Johnny G Acoustic, I've got a couple other ones coming up.
I
Not as
don't
many
have
this
your
month
website
because
on
of
the tags
Hurricanes
here, but-
playoffs.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
So Johnny does work for the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah.
So a lot of times if they got games going on, he won't be available.
Oh, we went to the Red Wings game the other night.
Oh, good.
Yes.
I wouldn't
Well,
call
it
that
was-
a game.
Oh, ouch.
That was a lot of unanswered goals.
There was a lot of not shots on goals by
I
the
can
Red
say
Wings,
that as
too.
a Rangers fan. I can say that, but I do love the Red Wings, and that was painful for me to watch. I was like, man, do you see Yzerman down there by the ice? No, he left, man. Like
It was
he's
fun
out.
to be there. We hadn't been in a while. We hadn't been
It's,
in a while.
it's
But yeah.
fun when Hurricanes are winning, I will say that.
Well, they got a playoff clinch that night.
They did.
Yes, they did.
They did. Yes.
Yes, they did.
I'm excited.
That's good. We'll see you. The Rangers will see you there.
Yeah, I'm sure of. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So you got a show coming up here at the Niche. What
Yeah.
can people expect when you come out and play? Because you're not gonna, are you gonna do all monkeys all night?
Yep.
or
All monkeys.
monkeys with a couple slash solos thrown in. you know?
Yep. Just
Oh, that would be
I'm a
interesting.
believer.
I just played the beginning of Sweet Child of Mine for
Yeah,
3
right
hours.
in the middle. Right in the middle. Yeah. So
And people will
what
say-
can people expect at your live shows, man?
I try and cover as many decades as I can. A little bit of each. I try to do those songs rather than do the hit
Yeah.
of the artist. I try and do their like
The
third
near
hit.
misses.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the ones that
Go a little
people
deeper.
will go,
Yep.
I forgot about that song.
Yeah.
That's usually a good compliment when I hear that. It's because it's like
For
it's
sure.
a good song that you just kind of forgot about.
Do you have a favorite song to sing?
Ooh, End of the Mystic.
Yeah. And he does a
That's-
fantastic
that's
job with that
fun.
one. I will
Yeah.
tell you.
Yeah, that's
We'll
sure.
have to come see.
Van Moore. Yeah.
Everybody
definitely.
needs to come see it.
Yeah,
Come
so
see
definitely
Johnny G,
come
May
check Johnny G
17th.
out. That's
At
right.
Johnny G Acoustic. Yeah.
That's right. That's it. Check him out on social media there. All right. Well, I believe that it is time for us to go to our very nice vinyl. So we got Tommy by the Who over here. What you got for us, Jim?
All right. Well, the way I'm choosing these albums is the ones that hit me growing up. 64, I had the Beatles. 67, I was all about Ennio Morricone with the Man with No Name trilogy.
Oh.
And in 69 now, I was
Nice.
aware of The Who, but I wasn't a huge fan. But I heard about this rock opera coming out. The day it came out, I bought it. Went to my cellar, put on the headphones, came
Came out?
upstairs, and my sister was sitting there looking at me. And I said, "This is the best album I ever heard." She was a big Beatles fan.
So are you, though.
Oh, yeah. But Tommy really hit me. And
Why?
Tommy really hit me. Sorry, that's right. Anyway.
Well,
Yep.
it was a rock opera. Was a whole story, you know.
Did
and-
you like
and
that
the
it was
mu-
a story?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
I'd never heard anything like that. Nobody had done anything like
Right.
that. And the music
It's
was
kind of based on somebody, isn't it?
well, it's based on his life being abused as a child.
That's Peter
Now, the
Townsend. Peter
pinball
Townsend's like,
I
thing-
thought there was another person it was based on, though, too. No?
I don't
Elton
think so.
John.
Initially, he wrote it. The character was going to be a rock star, and he played the album for Nick Cohn, who was a critic for melody making. He was the bigwig. If he gives you a good review, you're all set.
Yeah.
Nick Cohn said, "That's pretentious, Pete." And Nick Cohn loved pinball.
Yeah.
So he said, "What if you make him a pinball?"
That's awesome.
And Pete went and wrote Pinball Wizard, which he hated, but changed the whole face of the album and made it a little funky. It probably would have been pretentious if it was
Yeah.
a rock star.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
about him.
And
And I had heard John Entwistle had a similar upbringing to where he was able to chime in with a few things.
well,
I don't know.
Pete gave him the songs Cousin Kevin, who abused Tommy, and Uncle Ernie, who abused Tommy. And he let Entwistle write them because his versions would have been kind of too morose, and Entwistle puts his black humor spin on
Yeah. Yeah.
You're probably aware of the movie. Some of you maybe. It's another
That's what I
interesting
really know.
movie. Yeah.
And were you upset that it came out as a movie?
Oh,
Did
no,
it kind of
I
take
liked it.
away?
No.
No? Even with other people singing the songs?
Yeah, I thought they did a good job. Oliver Reed can't sing, but I love him as an actor, you know, and I like the way he spit out the lyrics anyway, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I thought they did a good job with the movie. And, yeah, this was just like, so I became a Who nut. The Beatles broke up, and it was all Who. And when Who's Next came out, you know, I listened to that over and over. I actually saw Pete Townsend in Boston,
Oh yeah.
and I'd just gotten Who's Next.
Didn't
And
you see
I'm-
them for like $4.50 too?
Yeah, that was in '69. though.
Oh, okay.
So I'm bending Townsend's ear how Who's Next is good, but it's not as good as
You met him?
Tommy. Yeah, and he's looking at me, and I don't know why he didn't smack me, because I didn't stop by saying I'm a big fan. I just started railing on how
Where'd you meet him at?
outside a chicken place. They played 4 nights at the music hall, and we followed them afterwards.
And
Me
then
and my
you-
cousin.
And
Yeah.
then you were complaining to him.
Yeah.
That went well then.
He was very nice about it, you know. He didn't.
And it was-
Anyway, I owe Pete an apology whenever I meet him.
And I just want to say it's cool because last week you brought in the CD,
Yeah.
and I happen to have a very, very well-loved original pressing on vinyl. So this is
Yeah, I
my-
was surprised you
my
had
personal.
this. So
Yeah, no.
Oh, is
I
this
like- I
yours?
like the
Is
Who.
this
Yeah,
yours?
that's actually
do you,
mine.
Do you not have the vinyl?
He's got on CD.
not anymore. I
Yeah.
got rid of all
Don't
my
you-
vinyl.
Oh no.
Somebody told him that vinyl was going out, and
No, first I transferred it all to cassettes.
right.
Then I got rid of the cassettes and bought CDs, and
You skipped the 8 tracks.
I had some 8 tracks
Yeah.
back then.
Remember those?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
And it's
that's
the
it.
first rock opera, as I
Yes.
understand. It's considered by some the first concept album, although that's kind of debatable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's
But
probably the first like real
complete.
legit concept.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you can people like Sergeant Pepper. Yeah, I'll take it as a concept album.
What
It's
was
not really a
the
story.
Sinatra album that was
Yeah,
like
and
all
Sinatra, but it's just all love songs about
Marty's
Marty'll know
waving
about
his
that.
hands back there.
I don't know if you call
Sinatra.
it, but this is like almost like a real opera. You know,
Yes.
What's the
with
last?
different characters.
What's the very last song on?
We're not going to take it.
Yeah.
Did you listen
No,
to that one?
we
Oh
ain't
yeah,
gonna
I
take
did.
it.
But I knew all the songs because I watched the movie.
Because of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which
yeah.
I hate to say because it wasn't from the
No,
album, but
that's-
it
Townsend was
brought back
involved
a
in
lot of
movies,
memories
yeah.
for me because I think I saw the movie quite a few times.
Yeah.
Um,
So you
I,
enjoyed
was,
the movie.
I
huh?
did enjoy, but
Oh,
I was
yeah.
also a huge Elton John fan. So
He
but
did
I
a
forgot
good job as
Tina
pinball.
Turner with the
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
She was
Yeah.
fantastic.
And when I was looking up these on YouTube, then it showed different parts of the movie too, so that was really fun to see
Yeah.
because I haven't seen it in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me want to see it again.
Yeah.
And I'm
all
thankful for it because one of my favorite albums of all time, which is The Wall, probably wouldn't exist if it wasn't for that. I'll take it back. That's
So you're blaming the Who for the Wall?
I kind of. I mean, I don't think that The Wall could exist the way it did without Tommy. And it's a really groundbreaking album. So,
And
absolutely.
it's fun.
Well, the Who were kind of a singles band, and Townsend just said, we need to do something different,
Mm-hmm.
because when they did I Can See for Miles, he thought that would be the huge hit.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that big a hit.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes you never know.
Anyway,
All
that's
right.
it.
So that is Tommy by the Who. If you are here, we have our pinball highball for the drink of the evening.
There you go.
We're
Yum,
going to
yum.
see what Darcy's got for us for next week. Roll this
Bring it
around
on
here. What do we got? What do we
by.
got? Billy Joel Songs in the Attic. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we will be talking about that next week. So if you're playing at home, our very nice vinyl for this week, very nice vinyl for this week has been Tommy by the Who. And next week we will have Billy Joel Songs in the Attic.
Another one that
So
smells
if
like
you-
fire from
That's
our
right. So if you are playing at home, that's what you can get along with us there with some Billy Joel.
Please, yes.
All right. Well, now it is time for a segment that we like to call Talk Doggy to Me, which is perfect because we got Bud the Shop
Bud
Dog
came
over
up to
here.
introduce.
So we should have some representatives here from Pawfik Match, which is our favorite dog rescue that we work
And
with.
Bud's
or
gonna
that I
sit
work
right
with
here
personally.
waiting
There's
for
that
him,
website.
too.
That's right.
Oh.
Mazel tov. All right.
Hi.
Who do we have there?
This is Sheldon.
All right.
Sheldon is a 3-month hound lab mix. He's about 20 pounds now.
Look at
He's
him.
a large
adorable.
dog. He's pretty chill.
Yeah.
He walks on a leash very well, sits well, almost house trained. He'll be a really good dog to take to the park or just chill on the couch and watch a movie.
Aww.
Look at how
such
cute
a sweet.
he
Look at
is.
those eyes. Aw, it's adorable.
He's
So-
going to be a big boy, though, it looks like, huh?
He'd
That's right.
probably be about 60 pounds.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a great size.
Yeah, it's perfect.
That's a great size.
So
Look at how relaxed he is here, even with lots of glass breaking in the
that's
background.
right. Yeah, nice and chill. So make sure you go over to pawfikmatch.org. If you are not able to adopt, they are always looking for fosters. They will absolutely accept donations. There is a Amazon wish list there as well, so feel free to give. If you're not able to do those things, you can always volunteer at events. They have their events listed up there on the website. How long have you been fostering with Pawfik Match?
I've been fostering about 3 years.
3 years. Can you
That's
tell us a little bit
wonderful.
about the rewarding, like, how is that as an experience for you? And
It has been very rewarding. People at work tell me they can always tell when I got new puppies because I seem to be happier.
yeah,
They're
So-
like therapy, aren't they?
They really are.
Yeah.
And then you get to see them, watch them evolve because they're kind of scared and timid when they first come.
Uh-huh.
And then you get to see their personalities come out. You get the joy of seeing them go to a really great family because we really try to match the puppies with the best families and vice versa.
absolutely, yeah.
So it's very rewarding. Pawfik Match pays for everything. They make sure the dogs are vetted. They go to the vet to make sure they're healthy.
Yep.
Give them all the preventative, the vaccines up until the time you adopt them. They even pay for the spay and neuter.
Excellent, excellent.
And they vet the fosters too to make sure they're going to the right families and
Yes.
And I think
yes.
it's a wonderful thing that they
Yes.
care so much for the animals, the dogs, that everybody is fully involved with this.
Right.
I
That's
love it.
right.
And
It
I
is.
love it too because if you already have a pet,
Mm-hmm.
a dog, they make sure that they do a meet and greet, not just with the family, but with the resident
Right,
dogs.
so making
Yeah.
sure that the placement
Yeah.
is a good fit.
Is he
Right,
falling
that-
asleep?
that the resident dog's going to be ready for another dog.
That's
I
right.
think that's
So
great.
yeah, proper introductions and all those things. And one thing is, yeah, it is extremely rewarding, and you're helping to save lives because every animal that they're able to take out of the shelter, that makes room in the program for more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I will assure you, all of the shelters are full, pretty much
More
everywhere.
than full.
So
More than
please,
full.
please out there, do what you can. You are helping to save lives, and they do make it so easy with Pawfik Match. They have an excellent community and network, meeting the needs, answering questions, helping with, as you said, vetting and food and everything else, and then making sure that the placement is good, that they are going both in
Yes.
foster and in adoption
Right.
to the right families. Oh my gosh, he is so adorable.
He really is.
Absolutely.
Aw.
He's singing.
That's right.
He
All
is
right.
singing.
Well, we hope that Sheldon finds his forever. Thank you so much for
Thank
for
you
coming
so
out here.
much. Thank
Do
you
go
for
there to
fostering.
pawfikmatch.org. They have all kinds of singles and doubles and so on. That's
Well,
right. So
I will tell you
don't
right
don't just
now
adopt one, adopt two.
That
You know,
that our good friend Christy, hey Christy,
That's it.
just started fostering and they gave 2 dogs.
That's awesome.
Double
Yeah.
dogs, love it.
So
love
they
it.
get a lot of
In the
puppies in,
best
they get a lot of
foster home.
seniors in, and special needs dogs and everything else. So I personally have adopted 2 different dogs from Pawfik Match, one of which was heartworm positive, and,
Yeah.
and we were able to nurse her back to health and bring her in.
And I think let's keep talking about it
That's
because
it.
do not
We got-
discount any dog.
And
because
Bud
they're
is also a
heartworm.
rescue. He's not from Pawfik Match, but he is a
No.
rescue. And that is another good point. If you are not in the local area here to work with Pawfik Match, or if you like cats, there's all kinds of rescues around, or other animals as well, that need homes. So all over the country. So just plug in with whatever rescue is in your area, and do what you can to help save a life.
Please do.
It is
Please
easier.
do.
It is easier than you might otherwise think. So
And it is so rewarding.
it is absolutely.
And they save
So,
yours too.
There you go. I'll toss it up one more time. That is pawfikmatch.org. Go check them out. And that is going to bring us to the writing a song portion of the show, which means we're almost at the end here.
This went really fast today.
It did go
It's
really
because
fast.
you were
It's 'cause
talking,
Johnny-
Jim.
well, it's
and Johnny.
Between
huh?
between Jim talking and Johnny
Jim,
being here,
Jim looks much happier than he did last week.
Jim's in a good mood this week.
I like it.
I think his teams are winning in the
I don't know yet.
in the
We'll
in the
see.
Has anybody
basketball
said?
game. So that's why
I
he's
don't
in
know.
such a good mood. All right, let's see. You got your wireless on there? Let's
There it
see
is.
what we got here.
Is Johnny going to join you?
There we go. Yeah, Johnny, why don't you join us in? We'll sing a hook. And I will say, if you're here, Johnny is actually going to perform for us here in just a moment. So we're doing
Ooh.
nice and crispy.
What happened?
I don't know.
All right. Why don't you give us something to write a song about, Johnny? What do you think? I get you to help me out with the hook. Because the hook brings you back.
Doing about like
a buddy, like a dog, like a pal.
Okay. All right.
Aw.
We'll do a best friend song. I like that. I like
Don't
that.
make it sad. Don't make it sad.
No, we'll make it. It'll be happy. It'll be something good. Something kind of upbeat and happy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. Bud's coming into the shot here. Here we go. Let me tell you about my best friend. I just adopted him, and he's never known this love before. Wanna tell you about my best friend. We'll be there till the very end. I don't never have to worry no more. My best friend and me, we're gonna be family. He's got 4 legs and paws and a wet nose. He makes me feel glad all over, from my head right down to my toes. Let me tell you about my best friend. Johnny, take a verse, man. Oh, he was like, no, I'll tell you about my best friend. Be there to the very end. You could adopt one of your own. Wanna tell you about my best friend. Be there to the very end. Best friend I've ever known. My best friend to me. We'll be close 'cause now we're family. Go adopt your best friend. They're waiting for you today, and they'll be there till the very end. Yeah, yeah. I want to thank everybody for rocking with us at the Maverick Rose Music Hour. We do this every single Monday from 7 o'clock until 8 o'clock. We got a live performance coming up from the legendary Johnny G, from myself, from Darcy, from Jim, from Ted at the bar who owns the niche, from Marty, from Andy. I want to tell everybody, thank
And
you
Bud.
so much for being
And
with us.
Bud.
And Bud, that's right.
Thank
Hit
you
us
so
up on
much.
patreon.com/the Maverick Rose Music Hour. You can catch all the behind the scenes footage. Some of the live footage of Johnny tonight will be there as well. So do rock with us over there. Go over to MaverickRoseMusic.com to keep up with my schedule, what we've got going on. Go to NicheWineLounge.com to check on what's going on here at the Niche. And, of course, RWRNC.com there to check out everything that Marty's got going for you.
And
We
Bud
will
needs a walk.
catch you next week. That's right. It's time for Bud to go on a walk. It's time for all of us to go on a walk.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much. We'll catch you next week.